Hello and welcome, my free-thinking, freedom-loving friends. Welcome to another DC and Breakout Solutions live stream. My name is Wasim and I'm an investor. I'm a mentor and a seeker of truth. And over the past 20 years, we've helped many people break free from the financial matrix and create financial freedom for themselves. As you guys know, every single week I come to you guys with the latest news updates, Twitter highlights, market update, and adoption highlight. And today is no different. So let's jump on and find out something in the cryptoverse today. All right, let's bring this up first. So first up today, we've got Bitboy Crypto has actually been removed from his business. So this was huge news that came out yesterday or overnight, and basically the Hit Network, which owns the Bitboy Crypto brand and Bitboy Crypto channel, has went on saying that the parent company Hit Network took decisive legal action in removing Ben Armstrong from the company and specifically the Bitboy Crypto brand. So the reason why they're saying this is they're saying that it's because of his substance abuse relapse. So he's had a relapse. Bitboy Crypto has always spoken openly about his past. So he's had a relapse, and apparently he's inflicted emotional, physical, and financial damage to other people, to other employees. He's also been involved in a class action against his promotion of FTX. So there's been a lot going on. He's also insulted some judges. He didn't show up to court. He's been insulting Gary Gensler, which everybody has been, so it's not a big deal for me. But yeah, so this is pretty big news from an influencer who has over 3.3 million followers. It just means to be careful out there, guys. All right, who do we have? All right, I thought we got some comments on here. We don't. Let's have a look at the news highlights. And all right, next up we've got what's this one? Okay, lawmakers object to Federal Reserve stablecoin guidelines. They say undermines legislative process. So as you guys know, there's a war happening in America between the politicians about crypto and whatnot. So they're going at it. They're going to head a lot. A few weeks ago, there was a law that was went through and got approved for some regulation around stablecoins. Then the Federal Reserve came out with another regulation to make it even harder. So some of the congressmen have actually sent letters to the Federal Reserve saying that in the letter they said that they need to have legal clarity around crypto so that people can move on. They said we conducted these actions that are being taken to subvert progress by Congress to establish a payment stablecoin regulatory regime. Moreover, if these letters are left in place, they will undoubtedly deter financial institutions from participating in digital ecosystem. So what they're saying here is they've had a law or regulation or framework on how to get the stable coins. Then the Fed came in and made it harder for banks to get involved, and is therefore stifling the progress of crypto adoption in America. Next up, we've got some pretty big news around the Bitcoin hash rate, which has gone now. Sorry, not Bitcoin hash rate. That's on the Twitter. So this is Hashdex has now joined in with the rest of the company, the rest of all the other organizations in terms of applying for a spot Bitcoin ETF. They already have a futures ETF, but they want to change it to a Bitcoin ETF. So this is just more and more companies coming in to trying to get a Bitcoin spot ETF. But this one's a little bit different because they are going to go through the CME, which means they're going to buy it through exchanges, and therefore it will affect the price. Well, we know all the other guys are buying OTC, so therefore it's not affecting the price. So it is a bit of a different spot Bitcoin ETF, but nonetheless, it is a Bitcoin ETF that's been applied for. Next up, we have we'll have our Twitter highlight. Sorry, not Twitter highlights. Our market update looking at the crypto bubbles. The man, the myth, the legend. Hey, Matty, thanks, bro. So look at the crypto bubbles. We're seeing here that we've had a mixed week. We've had some red, some green, some tokens going up, and other tokens not doing not so well. So it's been quite a strange week, and Bitcoin has been trading sideways. It hasn't done much over the past week. Still around that 26,000 mark. Ethereum is around 1,600 mark. Moving on, we are still in the fear. People are still afraid in the cryptoverse out there. So this is why the market is just running sideways. But looking at what's happening, it is setting up for a big bull run. So this is by Mikhail van der Pop. And he did a pretty long tweet that I read last night around why right now it's been the longest bear market in history. It's usually been 386 days, 204 days, 37 days, but now it's been 490 days. So what he's saying is, even though the longer the quiet before the storm, the bigger the storm, right? So he's talking about that even though we're seeing a very long bear market, we are seeing a lot of adoption going on in institutions. We've got, BlackRock having for ETF, as well as other ETF companies. We have an ETF going live in Europe. We have Hong Kong opening up for crypto, and we have Oman opening up investing $1 billion in Bitcoin. Plus, we have a lot of countries that are now mining Bitcoin at a state level. So when you take all these in account, we're really setting up for a big bull market. Next up, we've got Luke Mikic, who's talking about the Bitcoin hash rate is going absolutely parabolic, smashing the 400 all-time high, and this is the first bear market where the hash rate is hitting the new all-time high. So what he's talking about here is the hash rate, which is the difficulty rate when it comes to mining Bitcoin. This gets harder and harder according to demand, and we can see that during the bear markets, we haven't seen the hash rate go this high previously. Plus, we've got countries like Oman, Bhutan, Russia, El Salvador. A lot of these other countries are now also mining Bitcoin themselves on a state level. We also have the first time in history a decrease below 1 million Bitcoin on exchanges before the bull market. We can see previously there's been always increases before the bull market, but this time we're seeing decreases. So this is again all setting up for a big bull market. Last up, we're talking about how long the bear market is and that it is quite quiet. But we're talking here, they're saying that this is only for setting up for a big rally. So he's replying to this guy, the upside of the general apathy around Bitcoin makes it hard to argue that Bitcoin is currently overvalued. Note that for a big rally, only some of the smart money needs to start caring. So he's replying to Joe saying crypto has gone from being in bear market to probably being in winter, not just in the coin price are flat down, but like the outside of maybe some hopes of Bitcoin ETF and insider game of the week, interest, enthusiasm, and buzz seems to be totally absent at the moment. So they're basically saying with everything that's happening, there's still not much hype in the market, which is why they're talking about this. But as I said, it is just setting up for a big bull market. Last but not least, we've got the adoption highlights, and Western Union is looking at embracing the Ripple blockchain. And also now looking at using Ripple and XRP to do international transfers. This is huge for Ripple, and very, all the Ripple army, the XRP army are celebrating over this because more and more financial institutions are taking on the Ripple blockchain. We also have over almost 700,000 Ethereums added to liquid staking in the last 28 days. And as you guys know, it gets locked in, so therefore takes them out of circulation. We've gone from 10.65 million to 11.3 million in less than a month. This is all just showing that, more and more people are looking for this longer term, and therefore, because they're looking at this longer term. Next up, we've got Binance Lightning Network again. So as you can see, all the infrastructure, everything that's underneath is really getting set up right now. So Binance Lightning Network also surges to be the 14th largest node. Now, if you don't know what the Lightning Network is, the Lightning Network is basically a layer 2 on Bitcoin, which allows sending of transfers to be much, much faster. That's it from me, guys. It's been a nice and short one today. Thank you very much for your time. And as always, peace out and stay crypto.